paper. Middle finger to the haters. It's grind time like a skater. Holla at you, see you later. I'm on my way to the check. Fish scales on my neck. Just passed on the break. I busted down in the trap. Bought 2 things back. Fuck rich off rap. Got double ups on the pack. Sit back, watch it stack. Took a ride on the 10. The interstate, I get it in. Said fuck 12 with a grin. The whole squad get it in. Me, I get it on the block. My youngins get it off a fly. Pass and grab, then go. Take the trips when it's slow. Mindset on the dough. From the 9 to the 4.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. This is your host with the most, live from the West Coast, Professor Trynch. And once again, this is Trynch Talk Podcast. We got so many things to talk about. In the stoner world, I believe that we might be jumping to conclusions, but I believe that it's the end of an era. All of us who have been Dogg Pound fans, Snoop fans from the beginning of the Chronic and through the whole journey, I think it is over. Snoop says no to smoke. What the is going on here? Anybody, and maybe it's just a reflection of his 30-year career because it's the 30-year anniversary of the album Doggy Style. And it's also the, I ain't got time to grab it right now, but it's the 30-year anniversary of the Wu-Tang album, Wu-Tang Forever. But I'm here to say it like this, man. Snoop, you know what? He was the best to do it. What can you give somebody? He has smoked with everyone. Willie Nelson, he has been everybody's like wish list of just sitting in the room and wasting time with, and he's getting to better opportunities. He's getting to more in life. And for those of us who are there for that journey, whether it be from our teenage years up till now, we appreciate having him as pretty much a catalyst for having style when it comes to living this lifestyle. So I salute you, Snoop. As a top stoner, I salute you. Now, how Professor really feels about this, I feel it's all bad in a way. Not really. I like to show that I'm in the moment, but we got cats like Currency, we got cats like Wiz, we got Burner. We have a lot of great influence who are entrepreneurs, stay to themselves, have hobbies, do their family lifestyle, and all at the same time overcome their adversities while living in this culture and not showing that you're just a slouch on the couch, always running your mouth. So when it comes down to it, I'm here to say it like, this is a great culture. I love this culture, but I'm a firm believer in knowing what it was that made Snoop stop smoking. And it's from his motherfucking, let's quote from the book of Snoop Dogg. All right. Snoop Dogg, from the book of Doggy Style, from the chapter of G's and Hustlers. And I quote, "So keep the motherfucking blunt in your pocket low, because Doggy Dogg is all about the zigzag smoke." So when it's all said and done, like, look, them Backwoods, I'm going to say this to everybody. I have never seen more people in hospitals for random things than I have with the people who smoke these leaves in the hells of North America, as many people say. If you live in a smog infested, like if you live in a major city, there's smog. It's so many things in the elements that's already hitting your nasal, hitting your nose and going into your lungs. And so many things you're breathing in that's going into your lungs, that them Backwoods is literally like the number one thing that is changing people. You watch people that smoke Backwoods become extremely pale, extremely dull to life. I ain't never seen a person smoke Backwoods and really just be sitting there laughing the night away. Backwoods smokers be sitting there serious because they have so much THC and tobacco, because that leaf that is so healthy is soaked in the same shit the cigarettes and blunts is soaked in, but you're rolling up something that's even thicker, takes forever. I've yet to be part of this culture with Backwoods and actually had a good time. I at the most, after smoking a backwood, I just want to go to sleep. I just want to lay down. I just want to like do nothing. I don't want to be productive. So I don't see how people are smoking backwoods and being productive. I think your spirit and your mind and your body and spirit are going through so much fucking chaos. It's releasing a certain amount of, like, I don't know, you're releasing some type of poison from your brain that goes through the organs, and it's just ripping you guys wide open. I am almost 40 years old, and I am still healthy as a bull, running up and downstairs, jumping off shit, like doing it all like I was when I was 19 years old. So there is this fine line when it comes to this cannabis culture that people need to really like look at. When it comes down to it, look, it's better for you to smoke out of bongs with a little hemp wick. Naturally, yes. And then also, you should smoke the amount that actually gives you that fun feeling. Once you put it in a blunt, whether it be a Swisher, Backwood, Guava, I don't care what it is. Now you introducing another chemical. That chemical is taking away from your fun. So when it's all said and done, like, yeah, the tobacco culture is what possibly made Snoop dip the fuck up out of here. I know I was going in a complete circle, but I always like to come back to this very point. So I give you multiple examples for you to look at. And no matter what, you will always be able to get the point over here at Trynch Talk Podcast. Now let's get to some fun. Something for the players, some for you youngsters, some for you old heads to see. Look, Joe Smith's wife, I guess made an OnlyFans, and there was a viral video about him being upset about it. He's currently doing Vlad TV interviews talking about his career, but it's ironically after this incident happened. But you got to give it up to Flea Killer Camron. You got to give it up to him. 100% bagged Joe's wife. I don't need no verification. I'm from the old school. I don't need to see it. There was an interview where Stat Baby from It Is What It Is podcast, who's the co-host with Camron and Mace, she was interviewing Joe Smith's wife. I don't have her name right off the bat, but Camron was giving her some compliments, and they was chopping it up, smiling it off, and that was the end of the episode. And then I see my nigga Flea. Yes, not yesterday, but from this episode, might have been a few days before, but I see Flea getting a massage by Joe Smith's wife. Everybody. And I'm here to say this. Joe Smith, I'm seeing all these $1 million bags you talking about on Vlad TV. And this is the funny fact about it. The funniest fact about this is the fact that these interviews with Joe Smith are coming out slow. This happened with Camron within a week. And there's still more interviews to come out. So no matter what, this is getting hilarious. Let's just keep on. Let's keep laughing. Let's keep the entertainment going. This is why I watch what I watch. I love, and I want to send a shout out to all the inspiring podcasts. $1 Million Worth of Game. It Is What It Is. 85 South Show. I'm trying to 5150 Show. Poor Minds. Horrible Decisions. Cocktails. All of them. They are inspiring podcasts as well as entertaining. And if I miss, and there's a few I'm missing off the bat, but Trynch Talk Podcast is another one of them too, because I be over here talking trash in my own special way. Let's get into special way. And speaking of a special way, Andre 3000 is dropping an album with, he says, no lyrics, no vocals to it. It's gonna be straight flute music, and I'm here for it. I'm 100% here for it because this is what entertainment is. Right now, everybody waiting for this album has literally been sitting on a couch like it or going to work, living their lives, and they're wondering just in those split second moments, what is this album going to sound like? And that is what real music is about. It is about the wondering part. I don't want you to just drop something and then it catches me off guard. If it catches me off guard, I hope that shit is super bumping, like which happens all the time when you listen to cats like Griselda, Flea Lord. When you listen, and shout out to Benny the Butcher for that song with Lil Wayne called Big Dog. These are songs that are fully entertaining. Camron, Go Get It. Nandi, I'm talking about cats who are older, but for people who are into that sound of music, it is like it takes you to feeling young, which is therapeutic, which heals the body, which makes you even better. So everybody do that for yourself. Whatever makes you feel great, I want you to put that on your headphones and rock out. If you remember being if you was a young person in a room swinging elbows, bumping Lil Jon's Throw It Up, bumping What You Gonna Do, I want you to sometimes just zone out. Kids ain't around, zone out into that person and watch your body become even better. Sometimes you don't need the weights, you don't need the gym, you just need those moments of nostalgia. And your kids will need to understand that too. So let's get into this final part. I'm a very somewhat clear talking person, but I can be a very short fuse person when it comes to verbal back and forth with people, and I'll just not want to talk. And that's very petty. And I'm a petty person. Shout out to Nori for the song that he made years ago called Petty, because I still bump that still to this day. Being petty is a trait that once you acknowledge that you have it, you should every time work better towards not jumping into that bag that is so easy. Being in a position where the truth is being told, as long as it's the truth being told, you will be all right. Now, I see in life, just since I've been a young man, that eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, but it's for the smallest battles known to man. It's not the eye for an eye, something that's more of a spiritual battle that is going towards your better self. Every time a situation comes up, the best way I know if it's going to really, really, really go there, I'm not finna go back and forth because somebody might be a fucking coward about going back and forth. And that's why I really might just never fuck with those people again. And I've always was like that. And it's because I did that. I have way more smooth selling. I do not debate with people. And here's my thing. If it's not going to make you any money, if it's not something that you're working towards, whether I can understand on a podcast, me and somebody going back and forth, that's great because that's showing a form of verbal conflict resolution. All good. But in life is for the living. Life is for the moments where you move, where you're moving, shaking, and earthquaking. So when it's all said and done, there is no moments where you really have that. If you cut the sound off, you and somebody being petty, it's just you two standing still, getting nothing accomplished. Pettiness is very unbalanced. And when we hear this, sometimes look back on life and notice that I spent these many moments knowing this information just to sit still and tell a motherfucker something. And sitting still and basically saying something when you cut the sound off, and when you opposed to the moments when you're just getting the things that you need to get done, or even the moments when you're talking to somebody about getting things done, you notice that it is a faster conversation. And that is therapeutic. In this episode, I want everybody to understand that therapy is key to living. Like whenever you're going through some real intense shit in life, you need to always have therapeutic vices outside of the destructive vices that we all as humans have, whether it be smoking, drinking, talking shit to people and shoving people in public, drug abuse, whatever somebody's vice is that can be detrimental to their future. Everybody has to work on being more therapeutic towards that. It is a path that is not going to go, that is not going to always go left. Things are not going to always go right. Things are going to go down, but things will always be up. But you will always need that center in order to become better. Now, when it's all said and done, I want everybody out here today to find their therapy and stick to it. If you smoke weed, hey, make sure you smoke some good weed, because now I guess they done fucked the weed up now. It took them 20 years. Mother